What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Mike. On this channel, we will be covering everything wrestling, from reactions to news to history to 2K gameplay. I'm gonna be playing some WWE 2K on here soon. So we've all been wondering, where's Cody Rhodes going to end up since he left AEW? It's been crazy because he was such an impactful part of the beginning of AEW. I didn't think he was ever going to leave. We saw he was teasing retirement, showing pictures of him and his family or videos of him and his family on social media. So where's he going to end up? We got another banger from Wrestlelamia. Definitely, if you're not, give them a sub and show them some love. It's one of my favorite channels to get news from on YouTube. I'm curious, is he going to be the Nightmare, or are they going to make him Stardust again, with that whole gimmick? I hope not. Please don't do him dirty. He's earned the right to not have to go back to that. But in today's video, we will be looking at Cody signing with WWE, Mustafa Ali sends a message, and apparently some CM Punk news. So let's check it out.
Hey guys, what is going on? This is Wrestlelamia, back with another episode. WrestleMania 38 is just 2 weeks away, which means fans should expect plenty of fireworks on SmackDown as WWE hypes its biggest show of the year.
True.
However, will SmackDown sizzle or fizzle? Join us now as Wrestlelamia looks at the 18th March edition of the Blue Brand, as well as the wildest wrestling news and rumors you need to know, including all you need to know about Cody Rhodes signing with WWE.
That's why we're here today.
Ali warns wrestlers, a Kenny Omega surgery update, and more. As always, Wrestlelamia won't recap the matches, but look at the good, the bad, and the downright ugly. The good. Roman shows ass.
What?
Roman Reigns is a badass heel, but tonight the Tribal Chief showed he's not afraid to show ass, wrestling lingo for showing vulnerability.
Oh.
Roman Reigns.
Okay, so did y'all know that? I had no idea that that's what that meant. I'm like, I don't remember him showing his bare ass on SmackDown, but got you. See? Education. We learned something.
Talks a good talk, whether it's him telling everyone to acknowledge him or boasting he's in God mode. Nonetheless, he showed his true colors when he ran for his life when Paul Heyman informed him that Brock Lesnar was on the way to the arena.
That was pretty funny.
That didn't diminish Roman's character as a dominant heel. Instead, it helped build up his upcoming title unification match with Brock, as it solidified the idea that Brock is his most fearsome opponent yet.
Brock ripped the door off. That's
Brock's
crazy.
out for blood. Epic backstage attack. It's been a while since fans have seen a backstage attack like tonight's epic angle where Brock Lesnar drove a forklift into the Bloodline's car. The Godzilla-sized forklift only took things further as Brock drove its forks through the
Now, we see ain't nobody in that car, but we ain't gonna say nothing about it.
car's windows, giving fans the sense that Brock was looking to decapitate the Bloodline. Brock didn't get his hands on the Bloodline, nor should he, as the fans
Whose
have
truck
to
did
wait
they
until
steal?
WrestleMania for Brock to exact revenge, but he did send them a message that he won't stop until he's destroyed them, the perfect setup for WrestleMania. Pat McAfee magic continues.
Bro, Pat McAfee is killing it right now.
Promo tonight as management forced him to apologize to Austin Theory if he wanted to keep his coveted WrestleMania match. Showing he's a true student of the game, Pat set things up by expressing how much his dream job of calling SmackDown means to him, hence his willingness to apologize to Austin Theory. Pat's apology was as hollow as you might expect from a babyface dealing with a Punk heel, and while McAfee apologized, he repeatedly insulted Theory until Mr. McMahon's pet project shoved him and dove out of the ring.
Yo, excuse me. So I watched the interview with Vince McMahon was on the Pat McAfee show, and Pat McAfee has so much energy. This match shouldn't make sense. It shouldn't even be interesting, but I can't even lie. I'm actually interested in this match. Pat McAfee single-handedly. I mean, Austin Theory, he's okay in the ring, but to me, it's just like a watered down Prince Pretty gimmick with Tyler Breeze with the cell phone and the selfies and stuff like that. Of course, he's taking it post-match when he'll beat somebody down. He'll take a selfie with him. That's cool. But I would honestly pass on this match. But Pat McAfee got me in this match. I'm not even going to hold you.
Wrestlelamia has said it before, Pat McAfee's perspicuous passion for wrestling is infectious, and if his past in-ring performances are any hint of what to expect at WrestleMania, Austin vs. Pat should be a fun match that gets WWE some mainstream publicity. Kudos to Theory too, as he's quickly becoming one of WWE's most promising young heels. Terrific tag team action. The WWE's build-up for the Women's Tag Team Championship at WrestleMania continued, with the bout between the team of Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan and the team of Sasha Banks and Naomi providing lots of excitement. While the no-contest finish of Natalya and Shayna Baszler jumping the two teams would normally put this in the bad, it was acceptable, as it upped the stakes for the Fatal 4-Way Tag Title match at Night 2 of WrestleMania. A real WrestleMania build-up. Tonight's SmackDown was a fantastic show with plenty of action and, more importantly, plenty of build-up for WrestleMania. Unlike this week's Raw, the Blue Brand gave fans plenty of reasons to want to tune into this year's showcase of the Immortals, whether it was Brock's attack on the Bloodline, the tag team turmoil of the women's division, or Pat McAfee's electrifying showdown with Austin Theory. The bad. Where is the Ridge Holland storyline going? While Holland's alliance with Sheamus has shown promise, things have stalled due to the introduction of Butch, aka Pete Dunne. Butch's addition has changed the dynamic, and not in a good way, as it's unclear whether WWE wants to continue Holland's alliance with Sheamus or use Butch to create division.
I think I saw somewhere that even though I hate the name Butch, because that is Pete Dunne, the Bruiserweight, it's not Butch. I think I saw somewhere where the reason why they changed the name is when he moved up to the main roster. So WWE wouldn't own the name Pete Dunne. They changed it. Don't agree with Butch, but I fully understand for not wanting WWE to completely own your name. If that is true, but I get it.
Even worse, WWE has used the New Day to put over Holland, and unless the promotion has a strong endgame in mind for Holland, using one of its most popular factions to put him over could do more harm to Kofi and company than it will to help Ridge. Charlotte versus Ronda, just not feeling it. Charlotte Flair versus Ronda Rousey, a seemingly monumental match as Rousey battles the most decorated female.
This was a couple years too late.
Unfortunately, the build-up has been as basic as it gets, with Flair repeatedly looking ineffective against Rousey. While the Queen has roughed Rousey up in segments outside the ring, the WWE has given fans no reason to believe Flair has any chance of defeating Rousey when she gets her in the ring. Rousey's tag match at Elimination Chamber shows she's ready, but the WWE has done an incredibly inept job of promoting what should be a dream match. The downright ugly. Nothing ugly about tonight's SmackDown, and the Blue Brand came close to delivering a Grand Slam show. There was filler, like the six-man match between Drew and the Viking Raiders against Happy Corbin, Jinder Mahal, and Shanky, and Los Lotharios putting over Shinsuke and Rick Boogs, but the matches did further WrestleMania storylines and give the undercard TV time.
Yo, Rick Boogs is kind of over.
Is starting to look good, especially
he get a lot of
fanfare matches.
All right, yeah, this is what we're here for. The news. Where's Cody going?
News. Cody Rhodes signs with WWE. Topping today's news is a report from PW Insider's Mike Johnson that Cody Rhodes has signed with the WWE. Fans have been waiting for this news ever since Cody Rhodes left AEW, and rumors ran rampant that the American Nightmare might return to Titanland, possibly as early as last month's Elimination Chamber. Details are few, but Magic Mike reports, Cody Rhodes is signed with WWE. Multiple WWE sources have confirmed. Rhodes inked his deal about 10 to 14 days ago. The current plan is to have Rhodes debut WrestleMania weekend, with the early word among those in the company being that Rhodes will be on the Raw brand.
So he might actually be feuding with Seth. I'm actually okay with that.
As always, plans are subject to Mr. McMahon's whims, but it appears the WWE's current plan is to surprise fans with Cody returning to WWE on the grandest stage of all. Whether this means a Mania match or something else remains to be seen. What do you think of Cody's move? Be sure to let us know in the comments. One of the big questions concerning Cody's WWE signing is whether he'll be able to continue his work as a judge on the Go Big Show, which belongs to Warner Media, the company that airs AEW TV and is a rival to USA Network's parent company, NBC Universal. Dave Meltzer discussed the situation on Wrestling Observer Radio, and while he couldn't confirm Rhodes will be allowed, he did say, "Again, Go Big Show and everything. If that show gets renewed, he can still do that show, I'm pretty sure. I don't know 100% because I don't know the contract, but I would be pretty sure
it's not wrestling related, though.
The things that he already had deals with. where if it's
I can see if it's a
previous deal,
conflict of
I can
interest
still
for
do it,
wrestling,
as opposed
but
to new deals, obviously Vince McMahon would have to approve, which sort of sucks when you want to be an actor and you're in WWE. Cody's interest in working in Hollywood is well known, and he may have worked something out with WWE where he could take time off for projects like his reality show and the aforementioned game show. However, there could come a time when he's asked
Snoop,
to
that
step
jacket
away
hard.
from Warner Media-related projects. Diamond Dave pointed out that NBC Universal could have plenty to offer Cody in terms of outside projects. Maybe there's going to be opportunities from NBC Universal for him now that he's got his thing. Fans are anxious to see how Cody is booked in WWE after leaving it, as well as his major role in launching AEW.
Facts.
And the WWE's willingness to let him work in outside projects may depend on whether it wants to punish him for his role in AEW or show potential AEW hires that the company is willing to let bygones be bygones. What do you think will happen with Cody?
Why would they punish him though? Because to me, this would be significant. And WWE has let so many wrestlers go, and they went to AEW. But Cody would be the first one, to my knowledge, that will go from AEW to WWE, which will bring, I would imagine, some type of, I don't want to say crossover, but it's some type of attention. Will be like, oh, well, snap! Now wrestlers are leaving AEW to go to WWE. What's going on? So punish him. That would be the stupidest thing you could do, in my opinion.
Let us know in the comments below. Mustafa's menacing message. While Mustafa Ali hasn't been on WWE TV lately, the former Retribution leader hasn't been quiet about his disgust with his booking.
Man, they've been
You'll no doubt
fumbling with
recall
Mustafa
that Ali
Ali,
has
man.
repeatedly requested his release from WWE, and while the company hasn't granted it, Ali's recent social media message suggests there's an awful amount of anger inside the talented star. A humble and fair warning. As soon as all this gets sorted, I'm gonna absolutely body all your faves. Does Mustafa mean to murderize the WWE's favorite wrestlers? It sure sounds like it. However, does this mean Ali plans on returning to the E and working a program where he tries to take out wrestlers, or is he just talking trash while he waits to be released? Kenny Omega recovering from surgery. Kenny Omega is a hurting unit, but he appears to be on the way to recovery after working hurt for many months. This week's Wrestling Observer newsletter reports that the former AEW World Champion is currently recovering from arthroscopic knee surgery. The recovery from this will take about 10 weeks. He will be getting surgery to repair his sports hernia at the end of March, and that's about a 2-month recovery. There are other things he's also taking care of. There is no time frame set for his return. Wrestlelamia sends its
let that
wishes
man
for a
rest,
fast
man.
and full recovery.
Because he was working with Vertigo.
Where's Punk? Last but not least, where is CM Punk? Wrestling's straight-edge superstar wasn't on AEW TV this week, leading to speculation
Hell of a
about
match.
his absence.
Hell of a match.
Dave Meltzer
Hell of a
claims to have the dirt,
storyline.
as he reported in this week's Wrestling Observer that CM Punk will be part of the filming of the second season of the TV show Heels on Stars. Filming is over the next several weeks. That may be why he wasn't on either show taped in San Antonio this week.
All right, I know I'm pausing a lot. I'm sorry, but if y'all have not checked out Heels on Stars, check that out. It's pretty much a TV show about a guy whose family owns a wrestling promotion, and his dad passed, and him and his brother and a couple other people, they're in that promotion, and it gives you like behind the scenes. I mean, I would imagine that's as close as it is to the real thing, but behind the scenes, how booking matches go, how the politics go. Like, it's a really, really good show. I didn't even know they was going to have a second season. I do remember seeing him in the first season. I was like, wait, is that CM Punk? But yeah, so he's in the second season. But if you haven't checked that out, please go check that out.
Punk could make an appearance on AEW TV and
Good
even
show.
wrestle,
Really, really
depending
good
on
show.
Heels' schedule. Well, guys, there you have it. WrestleLamia's look at the 18th March edition of SmackDown, including the good, the bad, and the downright ugly, as well as the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know in wrestling. Be sure to leave your comments.
Man, first and foremost, free my guy Ali, man. Like, let the man out of his contract. I mean, he wants to be released. You're already released. You released like 60 superstars, last year? You might as well go ahead and just let him go, man. Let him be great somewhere else. I don't understand why they would be holding him. Maybe it's backstage politics. Don't know. But what do you guys think about Cody, him coming back to WWE? Do you think they're going to actually punish him? Or do you think they're actually going to use him as a cornerstone? Or he's going to use him in a good manner to combat AEW, as in, hey, we can sign, you know, talent as well. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think. Thank you all for watching. Appreciate the support, comments, all that good stuff, man. And feel free to, you know, hit the like button, subscribe if you want to see more. I will be covering more wrestling content, pretty much all wrestling content on this channel. I was trying to debate whether I wanted to, you know, do gaming or reactions or both, but I want everything about this channel to be wrestling, because I have, you know, a couple of homeboys that I talk wrestling with, but I love being in wrestling conversation and also learning about past stuff. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. See y'all in the next one. Peace.